Hey, welcome to another exciting episode of the Gunsmiths Workbench. Today, we are featuring a special program that emphasizes that friends don't let friends mess up their guns. This gun belongs to a customer. It's a Ruger Mark II, and what the customer needed done was he wanted the muzzle threaded for half 28, and I have made a thread protector for it. I've just got to anodize this, and that's all done. So we're all good there. But in order for me to do that, and they also needed this fixed too, because what happened was they had an Allen head that held this little holographic sight or red dot sight, or I forget which one this is because I haven't seen it work yet. It was the screws, which is these right here, that go in through the top. What they do is they hold this sight onto this base. So what happens is, and that of course, that holds the sight closed. It's on the base. It goes to the battery compartment. Sorry, I'm trying to put it on backwards. And so those screws have to come out of there, fairly regularly, because you gotta, replace your battery. There's a big silver dollar battery that goes under there, and but these screws, both of them, the heads were buggered a little bit, but one of them, they were completely stripped out, and you can also see that they were just Loctited to the max. I mean, they just had tons of Loctite in there. So and a friend of his had put this sight on for him supposedly, but hadn't also drilled the front hole for the base. See that there's a 648 screw there. I had to do that to put that on. And so, a lot of people swear by Loctite, and I use it for a lot of things, but with sights and scopes and things like that, you need to be very, very judicious about which one you use. Use the low strength and use just the tiniest little dab, because this is aluminum here, and they had this so glued in there. I mean, it took off the paint around these edges and all that. And what I had to do was I had to put the whole thing in, level it out, then put it in the, level it out, put it in the milling machine, and use an 1/8" carbide mill to cut off the head of that particular screw. It's just one of those things that just, it was really annoying. And then, of course, we got to replace the screws. Both of them were buggered really bad. And then, of course, I used a soldering gun. I have a 250 watt soldering gun to, heat up the top of the screw. And when the cut section of it turned blue, okay, started to show some color, I just then used a pair of pliers and was able to screw it out. If ever you got a scope screw that you think is really stuck bad, if you take a soldering iron or a soldering gun and heat up that screw all by itself, I don't recommend using a torch, but that should soften the glue enough, all epoxies and Loctite and everything. The heat's going to soften the glue. That works the best. So remember, friends don't let friends mess up their guns.